Where are Cassie Jo Stoddart's murderers now? A look at the Scream Killer's lives in prison, 19 years after stabbing their friend to death. Nearly 2 decades have etched themselves into the timeline since the brutal murder of Cassie Jo Stoddart. The echoes of that September night in 2006 still reverberate through the community of Pocatello, Idaho. Cassie, a vibrant 16-year-old, was murdered by her classmates Torey, Adamcik, and Draper. This crime gained a chilling notoriety, forever linked to the slasher film Scream, a dark inspiration for the young killers. In February 2024, Dateline revisited this haunting case, bringing it back into the spotlight. It forced us to confront the darkness that consumed these teenagers and the devastating consequences of their actions. Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Cassie Jo Stoddart was just 16, a young life full of promise, tragically cut short. She was house-sitting for her aunt and uncle, an act of responsibility that would become her last. Adamcik and Draper, fueled by a twisted fantasy, stabbed Cassie 29 times. The sheer brutality of the attack speaks volumes about the coldness that had taken root in their hearts. The boys initially spent time with Cassie and her boyfriend Matt Beckham, watching a movie. They feigned departure, a calculated move to lull their victim into a false sense of security. Under the cover of darkness, they snuck back into the house through the basement, their intentions sinister. They tampered with the fuse box, plunging the house into darkness, a prelude to the horror that was about to unfold. The initial investigation cast a wide net, suspicion falling on those closest to Cassie. Her mom's boyfriend and her own boyfriend, Matt Beckham, were initially considered persons of interest. Beckham, however, provided a crucial piece of information, mentioning that Adamcik and Draper had been at the house earlier. This seemingly innocuous detail would eventually unravel the entire case. Adamcik and Draper initially claimed they had gone to see a movie after leaving the house, but their alibi quickly crumbled under scrutiny. Police confirmed that they never actually went to the movie theater, exposing their lie. The pressure mounted, and the carefully constructed facade began to crack. Draper, confronted with the evidence, confessed to the crime before even undergoing a polygraph test. His confession, however, was laced with self-preservation as he attempted to shift the blame onto Adamcik. Draper claimed the whole thing was meant to be a joke, a twisted game that spiraled out of control. He pointed the finger at Adamcik, claiming he was the one who carried out the stabbing. Further investigation led to the discovery of crucial evidence at Black Rock Canyon. Clothes belonging to the boys and the murder weapon itself were recovered, solidifying their guilt. But it was a burned videotape that provided the most damning evidence, revealing the chilling details of their plan. The tape offered a glimpse into the minds of these young killers, exposing the depths of their depravity. In the car, after pretending to leave Cassie's house, Adamcik and Draper recorded themselves. Their words, captured on tape, are a chilling testament to their cold-blooded intent. They casually discussed the grueling task that lay ahead, their voices devoid of any remorse. The tape reveals a disturbing lack of empathy, a detachment from the reality of their planned violence. They re-entered the house, masked and armed with hunting knives, ready to execute their twisted plan. The darkness of the house mirrored the darkness that had consumed their souls. They manipulated the fuse box, turning the lights on and off, a cruel attempt to lure Cassie downstairs. This act of manipulation highlights their calculated and predatory behavior. After the brutal attack, they recorded a final video, their voices filled with a chilling sense of accomplishment. "We just killed Cassie," one of them declared, the words hanging in the air like a death knell. The videotape revealed a death list of classmates, a chilling indication of their broader intentions. It exposed their plan for the night, a night that was meant to end in bloodshed and terror. They expressed excitement that their plan had worked out, their words betraying a disturbing sense of satisfaction. This revelation underscores the premeditated nature of the crime and the depth of their depravity. Draper chillingly stated, "I'm sorry, Cassie's family, but she had to be the one. This statement reveals a disturbing lack of empathy and a chilling disregard for human life. They refer to themselves as sick psychopaths who get pleasure off killing other people. These self-proclaimed labels offer a disturbing insight into their twisted self-perception. They expressed a desire to be just like Scream, revealing the disturbing influence of the slasher film. This connection highlights the dangerous impact of media on vulnerable minds. They even discussed a perfect ending involving a school shooting, a terrifying glimpse into their potential for further violence. This chilling revelation underscores the importance of addressing the root causes of such behavior. In August 2007, Adamcik and Draper were found guilty of first-degree murder, a verdict that brought a measure of justice to Cassie's family. The legal system held them accountable for their heinous crime. They were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, a punishment that reflected the severity of their actions. This sentence ensured that they would never again be able to inflict harm on society. They also received 30 years to life for conspiracy to commit murder, further solidifying their punishment. The court recognized the premeditated nature of their crime and the danger they posed to the community. Years later, Draper expressed regret for his actions during the Dateline episode, a seemingly remorseful reflection from behind bars. But can true remorse ever truly atone for such a heinous act? He claimed he felt like nobody and sought attention by doing something big and bad, a desperate attempt to explain his motivations. This explanation, however, does little to excuse the brutality of his actions. He recalled his fascination with horror beginning in middle school, a dark seed that was planted and allowed to grow. This fascination, coupled with a lack of guidance, ultimately led him down a destructive path. He felt understood when he met Adamcik, who encouraged his love for horror movies, a dangerous bond forged in darkness. This connection highlights the importance of positive influences and the dangers of negative peer pressure. They bonded over the movie Scream and decided to bring the fictional tale to life, a chilling example of the power of suggestion. This act underscores the need for responsible media consumption and critical thinking skills. Draper said he would give my life if he could change what happened, a statement that rings hollow in the face of his irreversible actions. His words offer little comfort to Cassie's family, who continue to grieve her loss. Both Adamcik and Draper are serving their life sentences, confined within the walls of the Idaho Department of Correction. Their lives, once filled with twisted fantasies, are now defined by the stark reality of prison. Draper mentioned that they see him in passing but do not speak to one another, a silent testament to the fractured bond that once united them. Their relationship forged in darkness has crumbled under the weight of their shared guilt. Andrew, Cassie's brother, reflected on the impact of her death in a September 2016 interview. His words filled with grief and a profound sense of loss. The pain of her absence continues to resonate through his life. You said it made him appreciate life more and realize how fragile it is, a somber lesson learned through unimaginable tragedy. His words serve as a reminder to cherish every moment and to value the preciousness of life. He stated he would never forgive his sister's killers, a sentiment that is understandable given the magnitude of their crime. Forgiveness, in this case, may be an impossible burden to bear. He mentioned that every September is a struggle for him, a constant reminder of the anniversary of his sister's murder. The month serves as a painful marker in time, forever associated with loss and grief. Stoddart's mother, Anna, died in April 2022 from cancer, her heart broken by the loss of her daughter. The pain of losing Cassie undoubtedly contributed to her suffering. Anna's boyfriend stated that there is no making amends with Stoddart's killers, a final and definitive statement of closure. The wounds inflicted by their actions are too deep to ever heal.